Okay, so welcome to part two. I'm Rachel Andrews, and you are at Cephers.com. And we're going over today why using your intuition to make decisions, or at least to help you make decisions, is so important. And a lot of that has to do with like how you see the world and how you see your circumstances. A lot of people think that the world just sort of throws things at them and that they don't have any control over what happens to them. And part of that is because they ignore their warning system and then they just sort of, make decisions based just on their mind, or they feel like other people are exerting power over them. And, you know, none of that's true. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You really do have free will. And you definitely have a choice in what attitude you have. But anyway, um, let's go over a little scenario of a normal person's life who is not connected to their intuition. Um, so maybe say after childhood, you get into middle school, you get into high school, you get into college, and you are able to make choices on your own. You make choices to who your friends are, and who you date, and where you go to college, what you study, what you do after school, what kind of job you get. Um, all of those are really important choices, and they can affirm you or they can weigh you down. Um, Now, in a great, wonderful, connected world, everybody would always feel aligned with who they are, which is their purpose. Um, and everyone would always make decisions that sent them in that direction. Everything would align with affirming who they are, and everyone would be happy and abundant and wonderful. And even if something bad happened, bad, like you got a disease or your house burned down, you would see how that was actually in line with, you know, what you needed or what was good for you. And there are a lot of people who live like that. And it makes it a lot easier, certainly, to understand why things are happening to you. Um, and so, if you make choices that come from the place of no, or, upset stomach, or the bad feeling that you get when you're all constricted, say someone says, hey, I got this great job offer for you. You'll make, $60,000 a year, and it's in advertising, and I think you should really take it. And your first voice, right, your inner voice says, oh no, before the mind kicks in. Okay, it's a no. And you definitely feel it, and you think about it for a second, and then your thought comes in pretty much a couple seconds after your feeling. And your thoughts say, oh, well, that's more money than I make now. And, I've always been artistic, and I think I would like that. And you talk yourself into it because you think that it's going to help you, or you think that it's what you want, or you think you don't have any other choices. And those are the stories that we make up, you know, because we're scared or we're afraid that we're not going to get another opportunity, but they're not real. If you're basing your decisions on what your mind says when it's talking you into something, those are like, they're imaginary. You don't know if you're not going to get another opportunity tomorrow, in the next hour, in the next week. You don't know. And you don't know if it's going to be for even more money. You don't know if, maybe you're not supposed to be tied down to a job right now. Maybe you're going to get, you know, find a way to travel to Europe like you've always wanted to do. And you'd have to say no if you committed to a job. So it's not so far fetched to base your decisions on your inner voice. It may seem like the mind is making up better answers, but it's pretty tricky and it knows how you work. So um, don't get fooled. All right, so you make the job decision based on the mind, and even though it's a no, that's one area of your life. Say, a year later, you're still at the job and you're dating this woman or man, and you think that it's a good idea to marry the person, because, you've been dating for a while and, they're great, you like them. If you asked yourself honestly if you really wanted to spend the rest of your life with that person, you'd probably say, yeah, why not? Right? But you're not like a resounding, oh my god, I love them. And so your inner voice is going, meh, maybe not, right? But it's subtle, and your mind is made up. And so you get engaged, you get married, long story short, lots of decisions later, you come to a point where you don't feel very good, right? You have all these areas of your life, the really important ones, the ones that take up all of your time, and they came from that no place. They came from that constricted feeling. And so one constricted feeling is bad enough, because if you're at work and you're feeling constricted, that's just one area of your life. But then you go home and you feel constricted, right? And so all of a sudden you're hunching over. All of a sudden, literally, your posture's not right, and you don't have any energy. You're tired, you're moody, you're irritable, you wonder why things set you off. It's because your life is based on that constricted feeling. It's really that simple. And so the way to get out of that is to make choices based on the yes. Don't you want to feel like yes all the time? Like, yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, this is awesome. Yes, I love my life. Well, all you have to do is base your decisions on the yes. If something is a no, it doesn't mean that it's bad or that, no one should be doing it. It just means that it's not affirming you. And everybody's different, right? So even though someone else might like the job, or that would be their dream job, doesn't mean that it has to be your dream job. So, to rewind, if you make decisions from the yes, you are incrementally aligning yourself with your ultimate purpose, your ultimate dream job, your ultimate life, your ultimate happiness. And so you want to take those steps as often as you can. All right, look at everything in your life and feel it. It doesn't mean you have to abandon your whole life if you've made the no choices, but it's just knowing that that area of my life is a no. That's going to be enough to really start you on your journey. You're going to be able to notice what would be a yes for you, and that is awesome. Because when you notice, you just notice more. It's like a big snowball. So back to the no. What the no also does is it sets you up for that continued feeling of randomness and chaos. Okay, so you're in the life with all the no's. You're feeling miserable. And you can look back on your life and you could say, wow, all of those no's, holy crap, that's a lot. And you think that life just hands you bad luck. And you forget that you had a part in saying yes to all of those things, right? You chose to do those things. You were fully informed, even if you didn't totally realize it. And I'm not blaming you. I'm actually telling you to not blame yourself. See it for what it is. Realize that you have the power to now make different decisions. Even if you're deep into something, there's always a way to get out. You just have to look for those yes feelings. And your self-esteem will raise up. Everything will. Your confidence, your adventurousness, your spirit, everything will change. And everything will look brighter, literally. And that's where your sixth sense can really start to take in every minute, role in your life. Every single minute of your day, you're going to be aware of your sixth sense because it'll have room to show itself. But that will be in the next video. So I hope now that you can make your decisions based on yeses. You can review your life and see where you made the no's and know that, It's okay. It's not a big deal. You didn't waste your life if there's no's. I have no's, plenty of them. Um, and you just have to do better from now on if you want to affirm who you are. If you want to live in your purpose, if you really want all of those things that make you smile, those are attainable. Very much so. You can have every single thing you want. If what you want affirms you, then you'll be happy when you get them. And so, yeah, happy decision making. I will see you next time. I'm Rachel Andrews, and you're watching Sephiroth.com. Thank you.